Chosen one. Listen closely. What I am about to share may shock you. If you are watching this right now, it is not random. God has drawn you here on purpose. Heaven has been arranging this moment, orchestrating every step that brought you to this video at this exact time. Something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. You need to be ready for it. God has spoken clearly, and the truth is this. The world is on the verge of a massive shift, a transformation unlike anything this generation has witnessed. Those who are not aligned with God's will, those who have wandered from the path, will face a harsh reckoning. But for you, the chosen one, God is preparing something incredible. This is more than just a shift in circumstances. What is coming is spiritual, cosmic, and deeply personal to you. You will witness acceleration, doors opening faster than imagined, answers arriving sooner than expected, clarity breaking through long seasons of waiting. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? That is Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. Before we go deeper, do 3 things. Tap the like button, subscribe to push toward 40,000 subscribers, and comment with the number 99. Let that number be your mark of agreement. To every person who supports or sends a super thanks, may God multiply it back into your life. Stay until the end, because if you are truly chosen, your spirit will recognize the weight of what is being said. You didn't find this message. This message found you in the deepest corners of your soul. You may feel an urgency you cannot fully explain. Like your spirit has been waking up at odd hours, pulled from sleep by something invisible, yet undeniable. Like certain conversations hit differently now, carrying weight they never carried before. Old habits that once satisfied you no longer bring comfort. The noise of the world feels heavier than it used to. The entertainment feels emptier. The routines feel hollow. That is you falling apart. That is not you losing your mind. That is God calling you. That is your spirit, responding to a divine frequency the world cannot hear. This divine shift is more than a change of season. It is the will of God unfolding with force and precision. The world will be shaken. Not metaphorically, but literally, systems will crumble. What seems stable will prove fragile, and only those anchored in purpose, rooted in faith, standing on God's word, will remain standing. There is no turning back. Once God awakens you to truth, you cannot comfortably return to sleep. You cannot go back to ignorance. You may feel unprepared. You may look at yourself and think, I am not qualified. I don't know enough. I am not strong enough. I don't have what it takes. But hear me clearly. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He doesn't choose people based on there are some. He chooses based on their heart. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. That is Psalm 46 verse 1. When trouble comes, He is not distant. He is present, near, involved. All that remains is for you to step forward with faith and trust that this is your moment, not for vanity or applause, but to shine as a light. As the plan unfolds, a distinction will become obvious, crystal clear, undeniable. Some people will harden their hearts. Some will compromise their convictions. Some will drift into complacency, but others will rise. Others will stand firm. Others will shine brighter as darkness grows. God has been warning that a storm would come to expose what is real and what is fake. That would reveal who built their house on rock and who built on sand. That would separate genuine faith from performative faith. Those who are not spiritually aligned, those who turned their backs on God, those who treated faith like a spare tire, something you keep in the trunk but never think about until emergency will find the storm unbearable. And in the days ahead, the world will feel divided, not because God enjoys division, but because truth always separates what is genuine from what is fake. Light exposes darkness. Clarity confronts confusion. The urgency of this message cannot be overstated. This is not the time to ignore your faith. This is not the time to treat your calling like a hobby. This is not the time to live lukewarm. For those who have lived without connection to God, the coming days will feel like pressure on every side. Pressure in relationships, pressure in finances, pressure in mental health, pressure in stability. Their indifference will turn into panic. Their disbelief will turn into confusion when the shaking starts. When everything that can be shaken is shaken, whatever you leaned on that wasn't God will collapse. But you, chosen one, you are not called to fear. You are called to rise. Your faith is your shield. Your purpose is your path. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That is Isaiah 41 verse 10. That is not poetic language. That is a covenant. When the pressure rises, His strength will rise in you. When the weight increases, His grace will increase with it. The world has always had wandering souls. People who drifted from God's path, people who got lost in ambition, lost in pain, lost in distraction, lost in the pursuit of things that could never truly satisfy them. But a moment of reckoning is here, a moment of awakening. And the mercy of God is reaching out with unprecedented intensity to pull them home, to draw them back, to restore what was broken. Some of the lost are returning more rapidly than anyone expects. You may see faces you thought you would never see again. People who once turned away, people who chose a different road, people who said, "That faith stuff isn't for me. I don't need God." Now they are coming back. Not merely because life got hard, not simply because they hit rock bottom, but because God is calling them, because their spirit is hungry, because the emptiness finally became too loud to ignore. This is a powerful moment of awakening. The same ones who rejected love are now seeking it. The same ones who caused pain are now asking for healing. The same ones who acted like they didn't need God are now desperate for His presence. And you, chosen one, you are part of this process. You are part of this restoration. But it is not about standing at the door with crossed arms saying, "I told you so." It is not about making them feel worse. It is not about holding their past over their heads. It is about being the guiding hand that leads them back into the light. It is about showing them that God's love is still there, waiting, open, available. You are called to help heal what is broken, to offer grace where others offer judgment, to show compassion where others show contempt, and to remind them that God's love didn't leave when they left. A bruised reed He will not break, and a smoldering wick He will not quench. That is Matthew 12 verse 20. That is the heart of God toward broken people. That is how He sees them. Not as trash to be discarded, but as treasures to be restored. And that must become your posture too. God's plan is vast. It is personal. It is precise. Every person has a role to play in it, whether they recognize it or not. Chosen ones, you are not better than anyone else. You are not more valuable in God's eyes. You are simply the ones who answered when He called, the ones who said yes when others said no. You are the ones who didn't let bitterness steal their softness, the ones who didn't let pain silence their prayers, the ones who didn't let betrayal harden their hearts. the ones who kept their hearts open even when life tried to shut them down. But the ordinary ones, those who haven't awakened yet, they are also part of the plan. They are not disposable. They are not forgotten. They are not beyond reach. Your responsibility is not to despise them or look down on them. Your responsibility is to guide them, to help them, to love them back to life for those who have been lost, who have not yet experienced God's transforming power. This is a season where their spiritual eyes begin to open. They will start to see what was always there, waiting. They will start to feel conviction in places they used to feel numb. They will start to hunger for truth, and you will help them. You will be a living example of what it looks like to walk with God in the midst of chaos. You will show them that faith is not weak. It is the strongest thing a person can possess. You will help them remember how to pray again, how to hope again, how to trust again, how to believe again. This is not a random assignment. This is what you are being trained for your entire life. Every hardship you survived, every betrayal you endured, every season of waiting. It was preparation. It was shaping you for this exact moment. Let me shift your focus for a moment. It is easy to get caught up in the weight of responsibility, the seriousness of the assignment. But here is what you need to understand. God's abundance is not held back by external circumstances. It is not limited by the economy. It is not stopped by chaos in the world. God's abundance isn't just material, though He is capable of providing materially. His abundance is primarily spiritual. It is peace that makes no logical sense in the middle of turmoil. It is strength that appears when you thought you had nothing left. It is wisdom that arrives at exactly the right moment. It is grace that covers what you cannot fix. It is joy that survives sorrow and thrives in the darkest seasons to embrace that abundance. You must be willing to detach from what weighs your soul down. Fear, the constant worry about tomorrow, doubt, the voice that tells you God's promises aren't for you, pride, the need to do everything in your own strength, constant comparison, measuring yourself against others, the desperate need to be seen and validated by people who may never understand your calling. Release it, let it go. Walk under God's protection instead of under the weight of your own inadequacy, and my God will supply every need of yours according to His riches in glory in Christ Jesus. That is Philippians 4 verse 19. That is provision. That is a promise. That is God telling you, if you stay aligned with my will, if you walk in obedience, if you trust me even when you cannot see the path ahead, I will take care of you. I will provide what you need. I will sustain you. So stop living like you are alone. Stop carrying burdens you were never meant to carry. Stop acting like you have to figure everything out by yourself. You are not alone. You are covered. You are protected. The time has come. A divine countdown has begun, and the awakening that is rising will change everything. This is a moment of profound transformation that will ripple through generations. You are part of it. You were chosen for this time, for this specific moment in history. And it is not only about your personal growth. It is not only about your individual breakthrough. This is about a collective awakening, a return to faith on a massive scale, a restoration of truth in a world drowning in lies, a fulfillment of God's plan that has been prophesied for generations. The world may look chaotic right now. It may feel like everything is falling apart, but chaos is often the surface of a deeper reordering. What looks like destruction is the clearing away of what was never meant to remain. What feels like endings are actually new beginnings breaking through. So prepare your heart, prepare your mind, prepare your soul for what is coming. Stay focused on what matters. Don't get distracted by noise, drama, or things that pull you from your assignment. Stay disciplined in your habits, in your routines, in the small daily choices that build spiritual strength. Stay prayerful, not just in crisis, but consistently, constantly, keeping that line of communication with God open. Stay humble. Don't let success make you arrogant. Don't let recognition make you forget where your strength comes from. And stay brave. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It is moving forward, even when fear is screaming at you to stop. If you are hearing this message right now, it is not an accident. It is not random chance. You are part of something bigger than yourself. God is issuing a wake-up call to you personally, inviting you to step forward in ways you never imagined. This isn't a fleeting emotional moment that will fade by tomorrow. This is a shift in direction. This is a turning point. This is a before and after moment in your life. The question is not whether the world is changing. It clearly is. The question is whether you will answer the call, whether you will rise to meet the moment, whether you will step into what you were created for. You were not chosen because you were flawless. Let me make that clear. God did not look down and say, "This person has no issues. They are perfect for the job." That is not how he works. You were chosen because you have the heart to surrender, because even when it is hard, even when it costs you something, you are willing to let go and trust him. You were chosen because you have the courage to obey, even when obedience doesn't make sense, even when it is uncomfortable. You were chosen because your spirit has the capacity to carry responsibility, not because you are stronger than everyone else, but because you are willing to be strengthened by God. Your role is not just to talk about God. Your role is to live the message, to embody love when it is inconvenient, to walk with integrity when no one is watching, to be steady when others are panicking, to be kind when others are cruel, to be truthful when others are fake. That is what leadership looks like in the kingdom of God. It is not about titles or positions. It is about character. It is about consistency. It is about being the same person in private that you claim to be in public. As the world faces greater challenges, economic uncertainty, social division, moral confusion, your faith will become a beacon. People are starving for stability in a world that feels like it is constantly shifting. They are exhausted from noise, from conflicting voices. They are tired of empty promises from leaders who deliver nothing substantial. They want something real, something that will not change with the trends, something that will hold up under pressure. And spiritually grounded leaders are needed now more than ever. Not perfect leaders, real leaders, authentic leaders. Your role is not defined by a title. It is defined by obedience to God's voice. It is defined by service to others, especially those who can offer you nothing in return. It is defined by how faithfully you respond when God says move. This spiritual revolution is not about defeating people or crushing your enemies. It is about lifting people up. It is about guiding them toward salvation, toward peace, toward hope, toward the one who restores what is broken. For too long, the world has lived in complacency, going through the motions day after day, calling survival a life when God intended so much more, calling distraction a purpose, filling time with entertainment and noise to avoid deeper questions, calling shallow interactions community. When real connection requires vulnerability, entertainment has become a substitute for peace. Busyness has become a substitute for meaning. Accomplishments have become a substitute for identity, but that era is ending. The ordinary will no longer satisfy you because God designed you for something greater, something deeper, something that actually matters beyond this temporary existence. Not mediocrity that settles for good enough, not numbness that refuses to feel anything deeply, not a life where you constantly compromise your soul, your values, your convictions just to fit in, to avoid conflict, to keep the peace with people who don't share your vision. You are being called to greatness. And let me clarify what greatness means in God's eyes. It is not fame that fades as quickly as it arrives. It is faithfulness that remains consistent year after year. It is not celebrity status. It is impact that changes lives, that shifts atmospheres, that alters someone's eternity. It is service that costs you something, your time, your comfort, your reputation, maybe even relationships that cannot come with you into your next season. It is love that doesn't wait for people to deserve it, that doesn't keep score, that doesn't withdraw when it stops feeling good. The end of the ordinary is also the end of excuses. No more hiding behind fear, using it as a reason to stay small, to stay silent, to stay stuck. No more saying, "I am not ready," as if God waits until you feel 100% prepared. Spoiler alert. You will never feel 100% ready. Faith always requires stepping out before you have all the answers. No more hiding behind someone else will do it. Delegating your divine assignment to people who were never called to carry it. God is calling you specifically, and the only thing standing between you and your next level is your willingness to trust Him fully, completely, without reservation. As the world plunges deeper into uncertainty, into confusion, into chaos that multiplies daily, heaven sends a clear warning. Faith is your shield, not wishful thinking, not positive vibes. Real biblical tested faith. Darkness will try everything to distract you from your calling. It will try to wear you down through constant disappointment until you stop believing things can get better. It will tempt you to compromise your values bit by bit. It will push you into cynicism, whispering that hope is foolish and trust is naive. It will try to make you numb so you stop feeling the conviction that once motivated you. But here is what you need to know. Those who rely on God as their refuge, those who run to Him instead of running from their problems, those who anchor themselves in His word instead of being tossed by every wind of opinion, they will find peace in the storm, not after the storm, in the storm while it is still raging. The world will tempt you to fear constantly. Fear of the future, fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of being wrong. But you must choose faith over fear, again and again, consistently, intentionally, until it becomes your default response. When fear rises in your chest like a tidal wave, answer it with truth from Scripture. When anxiety presses in from every side, answer it with prayer, bringing your concerns to the one who has authority over every situation. When confusion whispers that you don't know what to do, answer it with the Word, with promises that have sustained believers for thousands of years. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one. That is Ephesians 6 verse 16. That is not symbolic fluff. That is military strategy. That is battle instruction. Faith is not passive acceptance. Faith is active defense against attacks, aimed at your mind, your emotions, your peace, your purpose. Faith is a weapon that stops the enemy's plans. Faith is endurance that outlasts temporary storms. Because it is connected to an eternal source, the storms ahead may be fierce. I will not lie to you and say everything will be easy. But your faith must be fiercer than the storms, stronger than the opposition, more persistent than the setbacks. Strengthen your faith now while there is still time. Feed it now with the Word, with worship, with testimonies of God's faithfulness. Protect it now from influences that weaken it, from voices that mock it, from environments that suffocate it. Don't play games with compromise. Don't flirt with distractions that you know poison your spirit. that drain your passion, that cloud your discernment. Guard what God placed in you, because the time for hesitation is over. The chosen are rising all around the world. You can feel it if you are paying attention, and it is your time to step fully into divine power. Not power for ego, not power to dominate others, but power for purpose. Power to fulfill the assignment God placed on your life before you were even born. You don't have to wait for perfect conditions. You don't have to wait until you feel completely ready, until all your questions are answered, until every doubt has disappeared, until you have got your entire life figured out. The moment is now, right now, today. God has already equipped you with everything you need for this season. You might not see it yet. You might look at yourself and see weakness, limitation, inadequacy, but He sees differently. He sees the strength that is being built in you through obedience, through showing up even when you don't feel like it. The strength you are praying for is already being constructed inside you. Every act of obedience is a brick. Every choice to trust Him is a foundation stone. Every moment you push through fear is a beam of steel reinforcing your structure. The wisdom you are seeking is already being formed through surrender, through laying down your own understanding, through admitting you don't have all the answers, through being willing to be taught, corrected, redirected. The courage you desperately want is already growing inside you. Every single time you choose faith over fear, every time you step forward, despite the trembling, every time you speak truth, even when your voice shakes, to step into your power is to step into who you were created to be from the foundation of the world. Before time began, God had a vision for your life, a blueprint for your purpose, a plan for how you would impact this generation. It means walking with confidence, not arrogance that looks down on others, but confidence rooted deeply in God's presence. Confidence that doesn't come from what you have accomplished, but from whose you are. Confidence that remains steady even when circumstances shift. It means facing challenges head-on, not running from difficulty, not avoiding hard conversations, not taking the easy way out. It means knowing with unshakable certainty that you are not alone, that God goes before you, that His Spirit empowers you. It means serving with excellence, leading with humility, protecting what is vulnerable, building what is broken, healing what is wounded, and guiding what is lost. And as you rise into this calling, you do it not for reward, not for recognition, not for applause from people who will forget you as soon as the next thing captures their attention. You do it for the glory of God. You do it because He deserves your best. You do it because eternity is watching. You do it because someone's salvation, someone's healing, someone's breakthrough depends on your obedience. So, I will ask you one last time, chosen one, and I want you to let your spirit answer this question honestly, without filters, without pretense, without diversion of yourself you show to other people. Will you respond to this call? Will you rise to meet this moment? Will you release the old weights that have held you back? The fear, the doubt, the insecurity, the need for approval, the comfort zones that have kept you safe but small. Will you step fully into the calling that has been following you your whole life? Even when you tried to run from it, even when you tried to ignore it, even when you convinced yourself you weren't qualified, because the world is shifting beneath our feet. You can feel it. Everyone can feel it. And you were not brought this far through everything you survived, through every valley you walked through every night you cried yourself to sleep, through every moment you wanted to give up. You were not brought this far to retreat now. You were brought here to stand when others fall. You were brought here to lead when others hide. You were brought here to shine, not with your own manufactured light that eventually burns out, but with the light of the one who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And as you move forward from this moment, as you step into the next chapter of your story, remember these truths and hold them close. When fear tries to take the wheel, tries to drive your decisions, tries to control your actions, choose faith instead. Choose to believe God's promises over your feelings. Choose to trust his character over your circumstances. When you feel alone, when isolation whispers that nobody understands, when it seems like you are the only one fighting this battle, remember that God is near, not watching from a distance, not observing from heaven, near present, involved, walking with you through the fire, standing with you in the storm. When the storm gets loud, when the noise becomes deafening, when the chaos threatens to overwhelm your senses, stay steady. Don't be moved by what you see. Don't be shaken by what you hear. Don't be discouraged by how long it is taking. Stay rooted, stay grounded, stay anchored. You are not walking this path by yourself. You were never meant to. God's protection surrounds you like a shield on every side. His peace, which surpasses all human understanding, can guard your heart and mind, keeping you stable when everything else is unstable. And his hand, mighty and strong, will carry you through situations that would destroy others who don't have what you have. The revolution has begun, and you are part of it. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your call. Will you answer?